I want to get straight to that Crawley dismissal. Straight.
No beat around the bush. Let's just get straight to it.
That's what everyone wants to talk about. The Crawley dismissal. And I'd love to know from everyone.
Yeah, the moment it happened, I remember Shiv and I were together watching them. And I was like, why has he wasted this review? Naked eye, that was the first thought. We saw the replay, like, maybe let's just hope to God that it's somewhere, just umpire's call or something that, okay, so that at least the review, let that be the silver lining, that the review is not lost. And then after what the replay showed, after what DRS had to project, they're all like, how? This defies so much. It defies so much that we know about cricket. It defies so much of what we've seen about cricket. It defies so much about what DRS is all about. Like, it did look, the result was just astounding, let's say.
So you have a mathematical equation that determines the tracking of the ball. I think they need to check that equation. Something went off there because, again, and I do trust, I watched
It's a mathematical thing?
It's some sort of a mathematical equation that calculates.
Okay, I thought it'll be a projection.
Yeah, the projection is based on a mathematical equation.
Okay.
That's how it is. So again, I've watched enough cricket for years, even pre-DRS. You kind of figure, right? You look at it, the naked eye test, I trust a lot. And I'm like, this is umpire's call at best. In fact, my naked eye call was that the impact was umpire's call at best. I'm like, okay, impact fair, you can happen. It's a 6s and 7s things because it's a very thin gap. The hitting is cutting into the stumps. I'm like, what? What even is happening here? In fact, I think there's another decision now which a lot of people will go back to. The Jimmy Anderson non-dismissal of Shubman Gill. He had him trapped LB. Even that to me, naked eye looked like, I'm like, he's a goner. But it was clipping. Oh, it was missing. It was missing.
No, I think it was clipping.
Yeah.
But that wasn't.
Again, naked eye, I was like, he's a goner.
No, but then I think that was a close call. Where I know where he just put his front foot in. It was a close call because the on-field umpire had given him not out. He survived. It was an umpire's call, so that was clipping. This was very different. To me, it gave me the 2011 Saeed Ajmal, Sachin Tendulkar type feel, because that ball was no way missing on that occasion. But in those days, DRS had just been implemented, and they were still working on the technology. So it's a projection which roughly actually calculates 80 to 90% of the distance, just so that you understand, 80 to 90% of the distance the ball is already covered. So and even if you don't take the full amount of distance after the bounce, because that's where the deviation happens, even for a fast bowler they take that into account, but for a spinner even more so. So after the bounce till the stump, it's covered about 60 to 70% of his distance from the bounce till the impact. It still has about 30-40% more to go. So you take that more than 50% that is available to you, and then you measure, based on the trajectory or how much, it's calculated. So you take the distance as to where the impact has happened, how much is the degree of deviation, and then you come up with that formula that tells you how much is going to go. This one, and I agree with that, sometimes the naked eye in regular play, not on a replay, in regular play, the naked eye can play tricks with you as to you may think initially out or not out. But when you see the replay, before the DRS comes, when you see the replay, then you're pretty much assured as to which way you're going, whether out or not out. So the replay to the naked eye, more often than not, 90% of the time will tell you if it's hitting, not hitting, or an umpire's call. At least in this case, this was given a not out. And at best, even if you were the most optimistic of them all, would have thought it to be an umpire call. I never thought it'd be hitting. It was hitting because if you see, the ball pitches, the ball just about pitches in line. Then it's turning in. It's coming into Crawley. At the time of the impact, you can see both the stumps. What are the chances of that hitting, not even like clipping, hitting the leg stump? I thought the chances are very less. The only, again, benefit of the doubt, I tell you, because it hit the back leg and the distance to be covered
was less.
Was very less, and because the impact was in line, and so you are assuming that it will go straight, but even then I thought slight more deviation, and at best goes clipping. Anyway, that's that, and that has completely changed the test match.